the machine. You feed your time, your creativity, your personality, your relatability, your mental health, and in return, it gives you money. But here is the thing that's shocking you. And the second you stop feeding it, it starts eating you. And that machine name is YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and every influencer that you see on these social media platforms. They all are trapped in the same circle. But when a YouTuber posts a burnout video, you just starting questions. Is this real or is this fake? Because they are crying. They are saying that they are exhausted. But you are asking the wrong question. The right question is, who forced them to make these burnout videos? Who forced them to create a video where they are showing themselves as a crying person? Because the answer is changes everything. But today I am going to tell the real truth, the realness of these burnout videos that actually might be real. But what forced them to do this? The things that actually push them to create these, and the things that are not shown on the video, they are behind the scenes, and their things are most important than you saw on the camera. And the person you saw on the camera may be the least important person of these entire topics of burnout videos. Here is how the machine works. You start posting videos. The YouTube pushes these videos to the public. You start posting videos. YouTube pushes these videos to audience. You got views, more views. So you start posting more. You post more videos than regular. You work more hard on YouTube than your real career. It rewards you again and again until one day. Then you realize something terrifying. You can't stop. Not because you don't want to, but because the second when you stop to creating videos, when you stop to post, the YouTube stops pushing you, showing you to the people. Your views drop, your income drops, and these tensions make you an anxious, exhausted, and stressful person. The machine trains you to never rest in your entire life. Let me tell you about a real person. His name is Kenan Hubbard, and online its name was Hubs.com. He was a senior analyst, spreadsheets, meeting, the whole thing. He filmed it. He posted it on YouTube. The exhausting days, the mundane lunch breaks, everything that he was living, he posted it on YouTube. 9,17,000 followers on TikTok, 1.4 million followers on Instagram, because he was living their life. He even said itself, the whole working world can't be the influencers. And then the machine got him. February 2025, Kenan resigned from his job to make a full-time career in YouTube content creation. The exact thing his entire audience was watching him to escape from. The backlash was immediate. Fans said he was not relatable. And then a live stream. He refused to answer the viewers' question unless they sent him a $30 gift. His videos comment said that his videos right now feeling like a Black Mirror video. He is not relatable like he was last year. So they stopped to watching him. So they stopped to liking him. So they stopped to share their content. And this break him all time. He fed the machine his all things, his job, career and everything that he had. And the machine ate all of them. Cannon's story is not a unique story. This is what the machine always demands from every single creator. Post regularly or be despair. Be real but make it authentic. Be vulnerable but make it on the brand. And here is the harsh part. If you are happy, it doesn't care. If you are unhappy, it doesn't care. If you are healthy, it doesn't care. If you are exhausted, it doesn't care. If you are stressful, it doesn't care. It only cares about one thing. Are you posting regular or not? And here is what they do with real human beings. A real study. Survey on 500 creators. Listen to these numbers carefully. 52% reported anxiety. 35% reported depression. 77% says the algorithm destroying their entire mental health. And the one that stops me completely, 10% reported active suicidal thoughts directly because of their job, the content creating job. That's the nearby double of a national average. These are not lazy people. These are not privileged people. These are the people who are braked by a machine that was designed to break them. Now, here is something that make you genuinely angry about these platforms. The platforms YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all other social media platforms, they all make billions of dollars from a content creator. But the creators, no sick days, no vacation, no mental health insurance, no other facilities, no union, no protection, just independent contracts. That's a legal team, which really means you observe every single risk, every bit of pressure, all the mental damage. But here is the things where the things get complicated. The creator know it's going to viral. The PR team know it's going to viral. The machine know that it will make them billions of dollars. So these burnout videos, these breakdowns become an strategy for them to make billions of dollars from this. Dim lighting, no makeup, a plain beauty. So they can feel you, that you are relatable to them, that you can feel them, you can feel their pain and you support them through their background. So if you watch them, their entire video, you give them subscribers and they give you the feeling of pain and you feel relatable to them because you watched their success, and now when they are at a painful moment, you are the only one who can support them, and this feels you like a relatable story. And this is not their fault. They have to do it because if in their breakdown they stop to create videos, YouTube don't push them. Their drops, their views drops, their income drops. So they have to post these burnout videos to make relatable, to continuously showing their face. So the YouTube won't replace them. And these are things have to be done for their career, for their relativity and for their PR teams also. So these burnout videos become their $1 billion product. And here is the part that nobody says ever. You are not outside the machine. You are inside it. Every time you watch a burnout video, the machine counts it reach. Your sympathy is their data. Your emotions are their metrics. Your kindness is their revenue. The machine does not use only content creators. It used every person who are involved in this, the audience, the creator, the machine makers, all the things, everyone that are related to this. They use them to make their $1 billion revenue. So, what we have to do right now? I don't think the answer is hating influence or give them blindly support. I think the answer is looking at the machine, the real machine that keep us dependent on their creators mentally and emotionally. Give your opinions on the comment section. I promise I will read all of them. See you in the next one.